Good morning, children. This is MD Ramjamli. Today I am going to teach 10th class English 8th unit of lesson. That is Jamaican fragment, second half, children. This is second half story. In the previous story, earlier class, you have come to know that what is Jamaican and what is a fragment. You have come to know that. In that class, introduction given to you. That introduction tells us the two children were playing when the narrator was going on his way to the tram car. So there you happen to see two children were playing. One is a 4 years old, another is a 5 years old boy. Now let me continue the story. All of you get ready with the book here. Are you ready? So in that story, what happened here? They were both, I'm coming in the middle of the page here. They were both very little boys. One was 4 years old and perhaps the other was 5 years old. This is middle, first page, middle of that. The bigger of the two was a sturdy youngster, very dark, with a mat of coarse hair on his head and coal black eyes. He was definitely a little Jamaican, a strong little Jamaican. The other little fellow was smaller, but also sturdy. He was white, with hazel eyes and light brown hair. Both were dressed in blue shirts and khaki pants. They were no shoes, and their feet were muddy. They were not conscious of my standing there watching them. They played on the game. If it could be called a game, was not elaborated. And the little white boy strode imperiously up and down, and every now and then shouted imperiously at his bigger playmate. The little brown boy shuffled along quietly behind him and did what he was told. So the little brown boy, he was doing whatever ordered by the white boy, and both children were playing here. They were not conscious when the narrator was standing near to these children. They didn't see him, and one boy was with hazel hair, light brown hair is one is smaller, one is sturdy means strong, and like this the children were playing here. The game, it could be called a game. If it could be called in a game, was not elaborate. You cannot explain that what they are playing. That two children. That is one boy shouted. Another is obeying imperiously, obeying imperiously, and it is a bigger playmate. And what happened here? Little brown boy shuffled along quietly, silently was doing whatever the white boy ordered to him. So what happened here? See that Benjamin did what he was told. This is the story. You see that they were no shoes. These two people were wearing no shoes here. So little fellow was smaller but also sturdy. He was white with hazel eyes. And you see that they were not conscious my standing there. They did not see this narrator. Let me come next page here. Pick up that stick. The dark boy, what happened here? He ordered here. And then, the dark boy picked it up. Jump into the flowers. The dark boy jumped in. So white boy ordered and black boy hit it here. Get me some water. The dark boy ran inside. The white boy sat down on the lawn. I was amazed. Here before my eyes, a white baby, for they were a little more than babies, was imposing his will upon a little black boy. And the little black boy submitted. I puzzled with him myself as I went down the road. Could it be that the little dark boy was the son of a servant in the home and therefore had to do the white boy's bidding? Bidding means ordering. No, they were obviously dressed alike. The little dark boy was of equal class with his playmate. No, they were playmates. The little dark boy was a neighbor's child. I was sure of that. Then how was in that he obeyed so faithfully the white boy's orders? So this paragraph tells us here that narrator was in confusion. Little white boy was ordering and the black boy was obeying. He obeyed that whatever he ordered. Narrator, he thought that that boy may be the servant of the son of that house servant or a neighbor's child. He was in confusion there. What happens here? Was it that even as a boy, he sensed that in his own country he would be at the white man's beck and call? Could be at his age, divine a difference between himself and the white dominate the black white boy. And did the little white youngster, so young, such a baby, realize that he would grow to dominate the black man? Was there an indefinable quality in the white man and that enabled his baby, smaller and younger than his playmate, to make him his slave? I could find no answer. I could not bring myself to believe such a thing. And yet, with my own eyes, I had seen a little dark boy take orders from a little white boy. A little white boy, obviously, he is a social equal and younger and smaller. So this is these are the thoughts by narrator. And actually, little boy is white. and some boy who is in tall is a dark boy. That dark boy, he obeyed that what the little white boy was ordering there. So these are the feelings that writer had there. A little white boy obviously is social equal and younger and smaller, where we as a race really inferior opposite word is superior. Inferiority, superiority, that word comes. So inferior, that even in our infancy we realized our differences and deficiencies, weaknesses. Deficiencies means weaknesses, and accepted a position as the white man's servant. As a child, black boy, whether he is going to accept of his race, that race, black race, it is definitely what do you call it, a slave to the white people. That kind of culture is it going on. Narrator thought like this here. For a whole day I puzzled over this problem. For a whole day my faith in my people was shaken. When I passed by the afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening I thought deeply on the subject. So that evening he thought very deep about that subject, what the two children were playing. But you see, for the next paragraph, the next morning the boys were there again. When the narrator was going, the next day the both boys were there, and a man was standing at the gate watching them. And on this day, another man was watching, standing at his house at the gate, not gate only. I stopped and looked just to see what the white boy was making his little servant do. Now this day what happened there? White boy was making his little servant do. To my utter astonishment, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn, while the white youngster walked absently behind him. See, first day he happened to see that white boy ordered something and the black boy he did something, followed it. But today in surprise, what he expected first, again today also white boy is going to order the black boy. But his thoughts were wrong. What narrator imagined that thoughts were wrong. In opposite to this, what happened there? Black boy is going to order to the white boy. That is the game. Both were changed their role here. What he said is that black boy said like this, get me a banana. The little boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Peel it for me and remove that what is covering that banana. He ordered. The little white boy peeled the banana and handed it to his dark master. That had completed. I saw it now. It was indeed a game I had played as a child. Each boy took it in his turn every alternate day to be the boss, the other the slave. And it had been great fun to me as a youngster. I smiled as I remembered. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. He, no doubt. I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. If the black race is superior to the white. Earlier what he thought that white race is superior to the black. So now, as a writer, as a good person, what he imagined there, I laughed greatly to myself. How what do you call that? How silly grown-ups are here, and how clever we are, how wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. This man, I said to myself, will puzzle all day on whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world because he thinks he sees a little black boy realizing it at a tender age is superiority over the white. I will save him from his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. So later he went across to him, and narrator is thinking about the man, some other man who is standing in front of the gate, and narrator thought that man is in confusion and whether the black race is going to dominate the white. That he may be thinking like this here. Come to the next paragraph. I know what you are thinking. So narrator approached whom here? Another man who is watching these two people. I know what you are thinking. I said, you are thinking that maybe the black race is superior to the white because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy around. Don't think that. It is a game they play. Alternate day one is the boss, the other the servant. It is a grand game. I used it to play it, and maybe so did you. And yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority. So young in life, we are silly. We grown-ups, aren't we? That is a question tag given. We are grown-ups, aren't we? That is a question tag, sometimes asked in the errors sentences. Children. So here, don't think that it is a game they play. Narrator approached the man who is standing at the gate, and he was telling that you are in confusion. The boys are playing the game, that it is just a game. You don't take it very serious. And he was telling yesterday, I saw these two children were playing the same game but in opposite role. Now they are playing in some other role. He tried to explain the man. The man was surprised at my outburst. He looked at me smiling. I know all about the game. He said, the boys are brothers, my sons. He pointed to a handsome brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call in the children. That is my wife, he said. So, for his surprise, what happened here? The man who is standing at the gate, he said to the narrator, the two children were brothers, they are my sons. He said like this here. I smiled, my spirit laughed within me. This is Jamaica. I said in my heart, this is my country, my people. I looked at the white man. He smiled at me. We will miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. Both are going to office. If they do not hurry, they miss the train. They miss the tram. So we also introduced a woman who is standing near on the veranda. On the veranda, you observe the preposition, children. On the veranda, not in the veranda, as you feel in Telugu. In the veranda, he said that on the veranda. And we had just come out to call in. In preposition comes here to call in the children. So that women was ready to call in the children, and she belongs to what he said here. That a brown woman was in veranda who had just come out to the children. That is my wife, he told her. So he is a white man, and that woman is another country, that means she is a Negro. So this is a wonderful story. But what is the relation between, it shows what differentiate you have seen that. That means human rights that are not in the particular way, that are in racial discrimination, that in our country caste discrimination, religious discrimination, and different ways human rights are exploited. So not to exploit this kind of stories are wonderful. So children, let us see for the next lesson in the next